Hello everyone, how are you today? I know y'all been asking for my opinion, so here it goes. What up, everybody? I am the Mademoiselle, and this is my channel. I had to get my little margarita for this, and if you're not aware, I do have new merchandise, so you can snuggle up and watch my videos. Everything is going to be linked down below. I appreciate it greatly. If you buy something, make sure you guys tag me on Instagram if you get anything, or just hit me up personally. I definitely will reply. And of course, before we get started, shout outs to my sponsor, Dossier, but more on that later. You already know by the title in the thumbnail, we're going to be talking about Will and Jada, okay? We have been added to the group chat, and for whatever reason, we cannot be removed from the group chat. Of course, we're all suffering and enduring all of this useless information because Jada is on a book tour. It's very interesting that when Will was promoting his book, we didn't hear any nonsense about what Jada did to Will. But all of the people saying that we are dragging Jada have failed to realize this. I'm just putting it out there. I swear to God, every single thing I've learned about these people has been against my will. And I will say, when it comes to this whole entire situation, okay, most of my followers will tell you, because y'all been DMing me and I've been like, I don't want to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it, okay? You will rarely ever see me make a video discussing anyone's relationship problems, divorce rumors, or any type of messy shit like that, specifically because I believe that relationships should remain private, no matter how public those people in those relationships make their relationship. At the end of the day, us as the public will never know exactly what is going on behind closed doors. So when it comes to commentary and couples, I try to keep that off limits. But with this shit, I did have a lot to say. And honestly, every day it's something else, okay? Every day I go on my news feed and it's like this shit is inescapable. Jada expresses her feelings about Tupac. Jada talks about her and Will being separated for over X amount of years. Jada was abducted by aliens. Jada is shaking her ass on Broad Street. Like, oh my God, Jada, Will and Jada. And it's just like, bro, I don't know what's worse, the Krishan and Blueface files or this Will and Jada mess. All right, so like I said, I have a lot of thoughts about this. So of course, this whole saga started about a week ago when Jada wanted to reveal in an interview that her and Will Smith have been separated since 2016. Now, y'all already know this rocked the world, okay? I said the world because I know the world. I know everybody was like, I know people in China, people in India, people in Africa was like, okay, this is not just American shit, okay? Now, when this news hit the interwebs, it was nuts, okay? Because Will and Jada have been what are modern day couples goals, okay? For the young, the old, and the stupid, all right? And I say the stupid because personally, I don't think people should be looking up to anyone as couple goals, especially celebrities, because let's just be fucking for real here. Celebrity couples never last, almost never, okay? I don't even know what the stats on celebrity marriage is, but every time I see a celebrity couple, I just be like, oh, okay, that's cute, I get them 5 years, okay? If they last 20, shit, that's phenomenal, but most of the time, it always ends in some messy shit, all right? It never lasts, but when it came to Will and Jada, a lot of people looked up to them, and a lot of that has to do with the fact that when it comes to Black couples, okay, Black love, a lot of it is toxic, okay? A lot of us have grown up in broken households, have not grown up in two-parent households. So to see a Black man and a Black woman come together, have a beautiful family, have children together, and then all of them are successful, it's a beautiful thing, okay? They all have their own things going on. So for her to come out and say, we've been separated since 2016.
So from the year 2016, which is 7 years ago now,
yes,
y'all have been...
A lot of people were sick. A lot of people were like, oh my God, how dare you guys lie to us? While on the other sector, there were a lot of people that were like, well, honestly, this isn't too much of a surprise, okay? For those of you guys who are not aware, it's always been a huge rumor that Will and Jada were in an open marriage. And that leads us to the whole August Alsina.
Jada Pinkett Smith's former lover, August Alsina, alluded to their affair in his new song just days after Will Smith assaulted Chris Rock at the Oscars.
I heard I was canceled. Well, let's speak on that. Red.
August's affair with Jada was referred to as an entanglement.
Of course, some shit was gonna go down when you tangled up with the world's favorite.
To be quite honest with you, when it comes to the whole August Alsina and all of this entanglement mess and everything else that kept happening, I will say again, against my goddamn will. Okay, whether they were out here having all of these types of relationships with other people and doing whatever, doing them, we did not need to know about it, okay? I feel like we are in the era of oversharing. We are in the era of people just consistently and constantly having to appeal to an audience, and it's not healthy, especially when it comes to your relationship. And I feel like it's really, really creepy. Any of you guys are in a relationship right now, okay? Protect that shit at all costs. Protect your man, protect your woman, because it is scary out there how many people either want to ruin it or just be so fucking involved in your shit. Do you know that the top search for me on Google is who is the Mademoiselle's boyfriend? Literally, I made one little video for y'all trying to be all, you know, accommodating, doing like a, you know, meet my boyfriend tag type of shit. And all of a sudden, that's one of my highest search things on Google. Like, y'all nosy as fuck. Mind your business. People are so nosy, okay? You need to protect your peace. You need to protect your relationships. And I'm not even talking about just romantic, platonic, all of that. Protect your kids, because people are literally vultures out there. And I feel like this whole situation with Will and Jada, whether you think it's a publicity stunt or you think it's just her being fed up or her being selfish, it just is not a good look, okay? And it all really started to hit the fan with the August Alsina mess, okay? She came to the forefront, bringing this August Alsina shit all over the place, all right? And it's crazy because a lot of people are talking about this whole situation, saying that, you know, a lot of people are blaming Jada and why people are coming at Jada and no one's giving Will any flack. But if you really think about it, because the thing is, I can't even say if you really follow the situation, because you didn't even need to follow the situation. This shit has been in our faces the whole time. You don't see Will sitting here doing interviews, dragging Jada and talking about how he's in love with a deceased rapper that he grew up with, right? You don't see Will bringing his entanglements on red carpets and stuff, right? You don't see Will having a talk show where he brings his entanglements. Like, you don't see Will acting the way Jada is. Like, do you? Okay, and even if he did speak about certain things, he didn't start talking about certain things until Jada started talking about certain things. The shit that I can't stand about a lot of women is as soon as a woman is being held accountable for certain things, a lot of you guys want to sit in there and be like,
oh my God, a woman hate train. Oh my God, y'all sitting here dragging Jada for no reason. Jada.
no reason. She's sitting here dragging her fucking husband and airing out their dirty laundry, all to sell a book. A book. A book. Okay? Like, now a lot of people are probably like, okay, well, Will had a book too. Will did not go on this dragging tour whatsoever when he was selling his book. Okay? Y'all need to stop this shit. Y'all really do. All right, I think they're both in the wrong for even letting it get this bad. I think they're both ridiculous for even letting it get to the state where they're sitting here having to go tit for tat and look embarrassing, okay, on the interweb. But at the end of the day, we have to be fucking for real, okay? There is no way that y'all sitting here telling me that they both did the same things here. All right, this girl is out here embarrassing her husband and her family. I don't know why no one's even thinking about the kids in this. Every 2 seconds, she's bringing up Tupac, bringing up a whole nother man that she claims that she didn't even have a romantic relationship with. And that... Child, I'ma just stick to what she says, okay? She claims there was no romantic relationship with Tupac, okay? She claims there was nothing in the air. She claims that, you know, she tried, but it just didn't work out. Fair enough, but the way you talk about the man, can we believe you, sis? Every 2 seconds, Tupac this, Tupac that. I loved me some Tupac. Tupac was the love of my life. Tupac, like... bruh, I hear more about Tupac than Will Smith. Like, she literally talks about Tupac all damn day. And it's like, sheesh. And it's very disappointing because it's like, damn, if she talks about Tupac this much in the public eye and in interviews, how much do you talk about Tupac at home? How much did you talk about Tupac during your marriage? And it just makes you wonder. Now, if you guys are new here, I did actually talk about Will Smith during the Oscar slap, and I was 1,000% behind it. I thought that, you know, he was defending his wife and he had every right to do so. But now I'm just like,
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth!
I'm going to, okay?
oh, well, that didn't age well. I don't get it. But now that I'm starting to see what's going on here, from the book tour to the Oscar slap to Tupac to the fact that she wasn't even happy being married.
I really didn't want to get married, but
We only got married because Gammy was crying.
I was under so much pressure, you know, being a young actress, being young, and I was just like pregnant, and I was just like, I didn't know what to do. But I just knew, I was like, I never wanted to be married.
Because the wedding was horrible.
It was a horrible
It was a mess. Jada was sick. She was very unpleasant. Didn't cooperate with
You were 6 months pregnant at the wedding.
No, I was
How many?
3 months.
3 months. It wasn't a day in my life that I wanted anything other than being married and having a family.
Wow. Thank the good Lord.
Literally 5 years old, I was picturing what my family would be.
It all kind of makes sense. It feels like, okay, and this is just from my personal observation, right? It feels like, one, again, she was never happy being married. Two, it also feels like she genuinely always kind of pit them against each other without even knowing she was doing so. And in turn, he was always trying to be like Tupac, or trying to make her love him like or more than Tupac. And the man is dead. And she claims she had no romantic relations with the man. So it's like you're sitting here competing with something that doesn't even exist. Well, he did exist, rest in peace. But you know what I mean, right? So what was Will Smith trying to be? Was Will Smith trying to be Will Smith Shakur? Like, I'm trying to understand, because it makes you wonder, because what he did was completely out of character. However, I completely stood behind it because I don't give a fuck. My man going to defend me no matter what, protect black women, and I still stand behind what I said. But knowing now that they weren't even together, and this dumb ass woman sat here and oh God, this shit just annoys the fuck out of me. Knowing that this bitch sat here talking about when he said my wife's name out of your mouth, I didn't know what he was talking about. Like, can you do anything more embarrassing for the man? Like, this is absolutely disturbing. Like, it truly is. To be married to someone for so long, whether you guys are separated or not, this is not the way. Okay? Like, you should not be doing this publicly. And even if, I don't even want to say even if you had to, because you just shouldn't. Social media has made people become very desensitized and use all types of common sense of what should and shouldn't be done. With that being said, here's a word from our sponsor. Like I said, this video is sponsored by Dossier. Like I said, we've worked with them numerous times before, and I absolutely love them. Dossier makes designer scents at a fraction of the price. And when I'm telling y'all, these things smell good. Like, possibly most of my perfume collection is Dossier now, and I'm loving every single scent that I have. So my favorite one is Aquatic Peony and Ambery Sage. Like, listen, I'm kind of sad because Ambery Sage, I got a little more than half left, so I'm good. I really tried to savor this and not use too much of it, but I'm literally almost done with my Aquatic Peony. These, my go-to staples. I also really love the Floral Marshmallow. Like, y'all, that is definitely one of my faves. Like those three, I rotate between those three as my main daily scents, but I have a couple other favorites as well. If you guys have not tried Dossier yet, you need to go try it, because I'm telling you, it will be your new thing. All right, if you guys like to smell good, I guarantee you, you will love it. But if for whatever reason you're not into fragrances, which I don't understand it, who doesn't like to smell good, you will love their home section. If you guys do not remember, okay, in the last sponsorship, I showed you guys the candles, and I've been lighting these at least 2 to 3 times a week, bro. It's barely going anywhere. I'm telling y'all, these candles, they last. This is probably the longest lasting candle I've ever used in my life, and I'm just so excited about it because like these are really nice. They're 2-wick candles. They smell really good, and some of them have the same scents as the perfume. So if you have a really nice perfume that you like from Dossier, you can also get it in a candle scent. And they also have room diffusers, y'all. I love them. Those are my favorite products from them, and you need to go get those fast because they do sell out fairly quickly. I actually have the floral marshmallow one in my bathroom right now because I hate when bathrooms smell like bathroom. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? I used to have one in my office, but I knocked it down trying to install some LED lights. Very sad. But yeah, definitely make sure you guys head down to the link in my description and shop Dossier today and get a special discount on your order if you use my link. So go ahead, go shop. What you waiting for? Stop being lazy. Now let's get back into the video. Now, the shenanigans of Jada is annoying, okay? But the shenanigans of Will is even more annoying because we have to be objective here. All my videos are very objective. Why is Will even still in this situation? Why is he allowing himself to be abused? I don't understand it. But at the same time, we are not in their relationship and we should not be in this group chat. We do not know what goes on behind closed doors. For all we know, this could be some orchestrated shit, okay? So comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that this is a publicity stunt just to promote Jada's book? Do you guys think that this is legit and like literally like they are orchestrating all of this and literally making y'all? I hate this. Don't ever get Bahamian braids with synthetic hair because it's tragic. Pretty but tragic. Anyways, do you guys think that this was all orchestrated just to bring attention to the book and get people to read the book? Do you guys think that this is genuine and she's fed up and she's looking to get a divorce? Do you guys think that Will is just in a sunken place and she has just made him really feel small? I think in a way, honestly, I don't care. I don't even know. I didn't even care enough to think of a damn opinion for this video because I don't really care to think about people's relationships to this type of extremity. Like, it's just sad. If anything, I feel bad for Will Smith, okay? Like, Will Smith actually did go and like make a response, and like I guess he thinks this is funny, and I guess he's, you know, making humor out of this, and you know, he's taking the every response doesn't need a response route.
So, my opinion of the...
I mean, at this point, you could have just stayed silent. For me, it's just, you want to be removed from the group chat. Every day, it's something else. Like, I think yesterday I saw a post talking about some Jada said that Jaden introducing her to psychedelics saved her life. Like, why do we need to know this? Then apparently on the Red Table Talk, she was talking about how her grandmother introduced her to self-pleasure at 9. Can someone explain to me how that's not SA and how her grandmother is not in the jail? Black community, we need to heal. Everyone in the younger generation, we need to stop looking up to other people's couples as goals. And everyone watching this, we need to call out bullshit when it's bullshit, okay? When someone's wrong, we need to understand that they're wrong, okay? Just because someone's a woman and just because someone is literally your fave or just because you resonate with someone's story doesn't mean they can't be seen as bullshit, okay? Everything that woman is doing is bullshit and is wrong. Unless some way, somehow, it is a publicity stunt in a sense. I don't know. But whatever the fuck is going on, I want to be removed from the group chat. The most annoying comment I keep seeing about this whole situation is that, you know, they lied to us, they were goals, they had us all thinking that they were something and they were nothing. Who stays married, who stays in the same house or stays close together or stays in the same state. One thing that I found very interesting about this was how much I guess I related to it in a way. Now, clearly I'm not married, but I am Haitian Haitian-American, and Haitians do exactly what Will and Jada are doing all the time. Okay, comment down below. Better yet, all my foreigners, comment down below, because it's very common in all the foreign black communities especially to never get a divorce. Okay, most foreign couples never get divorced. They like to stay together for their kids. If they have assets, most of them stay together specifically to save face and to basically keep everything amicable. If they don't have a prenup, it's even more important to stay together, because who wants to go through a messy divorce? In this case, Will and Jada don't have a prenup either. And we need to be fucking for real. Jada has nothing without Will. All of you little Jada whatevers, she doesn't. Okay? And the only reason I could relate to this is because my parents basically did the same thing for years. Okay? Now, I talked about this briefly on my personal channel. Maybe I'll touch back on it again. Yes, I do have 3 channels now. Everything is always linked down below. Essentially, my parents, I begged them to get a divorce when I was a child because the relationship was volatile. It was toxic. It was horrible. My dad was constantly cheating on my mom with my sister's mom. And I was like, yo, y'all need to get a fucking divorce. It's ridiculous. Like, literally, I was like 9 begging them to get a divorce. And people kept saying,
oh my God, don't say that.
Now as I gotten older, I get it and I understand it. I grew up in a 2-parent household. They always stayed together, but when I was younger, it was way more toxic. Now they're in a way better place. And I do believe my parents truly do love each other. I believe that they do have like a connection, but I just feel like they probably would have grown better apart. But at the same time, I feel like if they did split up, they would not have been able to survive without one another. And that's specifically because my mom was mostly the breadwinner for a lot of my life because my dad had immigration issues, and my mom relies heavily on my dad because she doesn't know how to do many things, such as speaking English. She's not really good with technology, and my dad is. So it's like they really hone in on each other. And that's why when I saw this and people were just like,
oh my God, why stay married or why stay together in close vicinity with each other when you don't, love each other, when you're, practically not together anymore.
I'm like, oh, people don't do this. It's not normal. And then I had to think like, oh shit, yeah, that's not normal, because shit, I would never. And it really brought me back to my childhood. The reason you don't understand what Will and Jada are going through is because a lot of you guys genuinely can't relate. A lot of you guys did not grow up in a 2-parent household. A lot of you guys don't even know who your mothers or your daddies are. A lot of you guys don't even know what a positive relationship looks like in a general sense because you've never been in one or you've never seen one. And finally, you don't understand the dynamics of a marriage, okay? So like I said, right, when it comes to this situation, they don't have a prenup. They are celebrities. When you're a celebrity, you got assets, you have money, you have property, you have investments. And in this case, they have children. They're grown, but still, there is so much, I'm sure, intertwined in this 1,000,000-year marriage. If they get a divorce, it's going to be so much. This one gets this and this one gets 20% of that and this one gets 11.8% of this. And it is so much of a headache. When you're poor, it's a lot easier, right? But when you're rich, it's like, it's a lot. I'm not even going to go into the whole mental and, emotional part of it because it gets even deeper than that. People stay together for way more reasons than just love. Oh, what's love got to do? Got to do with it. What's love but a second-hand emotion? I had to sing that in high school. I literally know the whole entire words, okay? That's some real shit, okay? Sis was dead ass. No, seriously, what's love got to do with it? Absolutely nothing. A lot of people stay together in their marriages for a plethora of different reasons. And I know a lot of you guys, especially the younger generation, is like, no, not me. I would never. I would know if I'm not in love with you, if I'm not you say that now. I kid you not. To this day, I still feel like my parents should have been divorced. But I mean, in their case, I still see the love with them. So I get it. But even looking at some of my friends who have parents who have not divorced, who live completely separate lives, I do kind of get it, because divorcing would just make things more complicated. The only reason I don't agree with it is because legalities, right? God forbid one of y'all get in a coma, this ex-wife, non-ex-wife, ex-husband, non-ex-husband of yours is gonna be the only one that's able to call the shots. Like, that's the thing that people don't think about, right? You know, in the event of an emergency, the person that you did not divorce, that you don't fuck with anymore, that lives in a whole different state, is the only one that could really make decisions on your behalf. Okay, that's the stuff that people don't talk about and don't think about, right? It's the same way how people be like,
oh, marriage is just a piece of paper.
It's just a piece of paper until your loved one's on life support and you can't make any decisions. You feel me? So to be quite honest, I feel like they're only staying married because at this point they were dumb enough not to sign a prenup, knowing damn well Jay didn't want to fucking be married in the first place, and because there's many other reasons that other people stay married. In their case, we'll probably find out in chapter 88, because she won't shut the fuck up. But like at this point, it's like a lot of us can or cannot relate. Okay, like I said what I said. All right, I said what I said. A lot of us don't even know what a healthy relationship looks like, either by proxy or personally. So it's like looking at this, it's just like, oh my God, they were so perfect to me. Oh my God, now they're not. And it's like they were never perfect. There was always something wrong with the motherfuckers. Literally going around talking about some bad marriage for life. Kunya, I thought that Jada was comfortable talking all of this shit just behind her husband's back. But I don't know, see, Will Smith just pas respected. Maybe he just don't respect himself. Maybe he's just in delusion. I don't even know how to feel about this shit, but like, listen to this mess, right? So Will done joined Jada at one of her stage memoir book tour situations in Baltimore, right? This was yesterday. So I'm editing this actually Friday. And it's interesting because, you know, he called the situation brutal and beautiful. And I was just like, what? First of all, no, we want a statement about the hate tour that she's on. I don't want to hear anything else, Mr. Will. All right, so we're going to take a look at this article real quick. I'm probably not even going to sit here and read the whole thing to y'all. If you guys want to read the whole thing, feel free to go down in the links in my description. You will be able to find it. It's just absolutely interesting because, like, you could tell she just don't respect this man at all because, you know, he really, like, tried to, like, save her a little bit. Like, yeah, you know, I love her, you know, she's my best friend and all of this, and she was just like, yeah, your time is up. Yo, can you believe this shit? I would never. And that's because, like, for me, I mean, in a general sense, bro, I've been mad at a lot of people, right? I've had situations with lots of people in my life where, you know, they genuinely piss me off and I have to be cordial with them. You know, I have to keep things very, very respectful. And I'm a very, like, when I'm mad, but I know that I can't just let my emotions make the best of me. And I'm not saying like she's out here doing the rah-rah, but at the same time, like, you gotta show some sense of respect for the dude, you feel me? Like, she literally, like, she's not even trying to hide that there's animosity there whatsoever. Like, you have to at least show some bit of like, oh yeah, you know, we're something. Okay, well, I mean, at this point, everybody kind of knows that they're not really like in a regular marriage, but this shit is nuts to me, right? So Will goes on to say, it is a sloppy public experiment in unconditional love, he said, a description that prompted Pinkett Smith to double over in laughter. Pinkett Smith told the Baltimore Sun that their estrangement was in the past and that she and Smith have been working in the last 18 months to repair their relationship. You ain't telling nobody else that shit. So now you're trying to save face, all that shit you was talking about. Anyways, Will and me are good, Pinkett Smith told Laura Coates of CNN, who moderated Wednesday night's discussion. All the people who don't understand and got something to say are just going to have to fall in line. The truth of the matter is, I'm not leaving Will's side, and he's not going to leave mine. So it's interesting, right? So she says that, but it's just like, have you though? Have you? I don't know. The way you've been acting, you haven't been acting very happy, miss. So that's one article, right? What's interesting with that one is that one's a little bit tame. All right, so here's another one, right? As I stand here before you today, I am happier than I ever been in my entire life, he shared. I have achieved every single thing I ever have wanted in my entire life. There's not one thing left that I desire in this world. All of the awards, all of the money, the family, everything I ever dreamed. Explaining that his dreams were largely built on the foundation of Jada's sacrifices. Smith credited her with supporting him both professionally and personally in their family life, raising Willow, Jaden, and Trey Smith, who he shares with his ex, Sherry Zampino. Can you show up and love somebody for the rest of your life, even when you don't agree with them? Smith said. Jada is the best friend I ever had on this planet, and I'm going to show up for her and support her for the rest of my life. So, I mean, it is very interesting. Okay, it is very interesting because it's just like, I mean, it's like I said earlier, right? Okay, a lot of people don't know what a marriage looks like. It's not all rainbows and butterflies all the time. A lot of people have this Disney, Nickelodeon, fairy tale book situation about marriages. Marriage is hard. But I will say that the way they're doing this shit is not it. In terms of like drawing out all of their messy drama in the public. But it's just the way she treats this man is just ridiculous. I will leave a bunch of articles down below because there's a bunch of different variations of this. From what I understand, the kids were there too. So it's just like, Jesus Christ, why? Just why? Like, come the fuck on now. Be fucking for real. Like, there is nothing good about that. Like, I don't understand why anyone would look up to that. But, hey, that's y'all. But nonetheless, I'm just very tired of seeing Jada on my timeline. Like, I wish there was a way I could just block the word Jada and block the word Will, because I just genuinely don't care anymore. I do feel bad for Will, and I really hope he goes and finds somebody else to be with, like, you know, a side piece that he can make his own. And a side piece that he can make his one and only. I don't fucking know. I just hope he doesn't deal with this anymore. I hope she doesn't deal with this anymore. I hope they just go their separate ways and stop involving us in their mess. Everyone watching this right now, if you have a relationship, deal with your shit quietly. Everybody don't need to be in your business. And most importantly, nobody gives a fuck. With that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so very much. Make sure you guys shop Dossier. Everything you need is going to be linked down below. Check out the merchandise, okay? New merchandise in the shop, of course, link down below. Join the Patreon. I can't wait to see you guys there. The most expensive tier is only $5 a month. And most importantly, go check out my other 2 channels. I'm doing 12 days of Halloween, which means there's probably another upload for you to watch right now. So, chop chop.